policies.
Well, so first, let me start with the significance of what happened yesterday. Exactly what did you do? Does that finalize the existence of your party?
So what we did yesterday was to unveil the party. The Electoral Commission has given us a provisional license, and so we needed to let the world know the existence of the party. What is next is to have our regional offices, constituency offices across the country. So that is the next phase. Yesterday was to unveil it to the general public that there was the existence of a party called the United Party. Let the world know all the interim national executives as well as the interim regional executives, which we did. The next phase is to have our offices and then also the constituency executives.
So you need to have the constituency offices, the regional offices, and the constituency executives before you get a final certificate?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you have a time frame within which you plan to do this?
We will do it within the shortest possible time because we had already planned behind the scenes. We know that when you get the provincial license, you would have to, as it were, get your offices in all the 276 constituencies, as well as your regional offices and executives. So we have planned towards it, and in the coming days, we are rolling it out. It's not a problem. A lot of people have already offered their properties to us free of charge for to be offices in various constituencies. We have people that are already expressing interest, very vibrant men and women in various constituencies from the two political parties who are already joining us, who are eager to be polling station executives, constituency executives. So it's all cut out, it's all worked out. We are only going to roll it out.
Great. And the name you've chosen is United Party. Why?
Because the country has to be united. Everybody must matter in our body politics. Everybody must matter in our governance structure. We believe that as a country, Ghana will be better off liberating the energies of every Ghanaian that has the technical know-how to build this country. And so the name depicts our resolve to build this country in all fronts.
But there's also a history to that name. It's not the first time there has been a party called United Party. Is there a link?
Obviously, there is a link. I mean, if you look at the majority of the people in the United Party today, most of us have our backgrounds in the original UP party. So, obviously, there is that link. That is why this new party is called the UP Plus. What the UP Plus means is that we are taking all the good things, all the good policies of the UP of old and adding the modern day realities to it to make it a better political party. Remember, the old UP was very much antagonistic towards the CPP. In the new UP that we have, our party, we embrace all sorts of opinion. It's a broadened party that accepts people from the CPP stock, people from the NDC stock, the MPP stock, every political party, including floating voters. So that is the departure, complete departure from the old UP.
Interesting. Is it UP Plus?
Yeah, it is UP Plus.
I see. And the difference for you is that you are more welcoming of all shades of opinion. I like that.
Absolutely.
Original UP. But in terms of ideals, the thinking of the old party, aside that one thing that you pointed out, do you share the same ideals? The direction when it comes to management of the economy, the politics, do you share the same ideals with the old UP?
Our philosophy is more of a centrist political party. The duopoly we have today, one is doing center right, the other is doing center left. We believe in being in the center. What it means is that government must play its original function of providing the enabling environment for the private sector to thrive. That is what we believe in.
So you are in the center.
We are in the center.
You are picking from left and right.
We are taking all the good things from the left, the good things from the right, and implement it to better the loss of the Ghanaians.
I see. That's interesting. The MPP says that you, in fact, I've heard some of them complaining that you cannot use the name UP because it is their foundation. I'm sure you've heard that. How do you respond to that?
Well, I can understand the anxiety, the frustrations that are ongoing within their circles. We know it, and we live with them. They are brothers and sisters. They are very much worried because they know with the UP in place, that significantly marks the end of the NPP. So it was out of pain and frustration that you could have someone with a PhD go on there and then make such a loose statement. But I want to encourage them to go to court. I mean, that would be beautiful. But I can tell you, without any equivocation, that there is no law court or judge worth a sort in this country that can compel us to change the name. There is none. There is none.
There is no law court that
Absolutely.
can compel you to change the name.
Absolutely.
You are confident. Why?
Because the name UP has not been patented or registered by any political party. If there has been that name, the Electoral Commission will never give it to us. In any case, we are very surprised that the NPP is even talking about the UP today. Because at a point, they told us that their history is Danko Dombo Buzia. They didn't believe in the UP. If they really believed in the UP tradition, the UP came in being because of an operation of an act, the Avoidance Discrimination Act that the Parliament of Ghana in 1957 introduced, which barred all political parties that were formed on religious and tribal lines. And so in order to save themselves, they congregated and became the United Party. The Sifu Mokwe was part of it. The Alo Youth was part of it. The Muslim Association was part of it. The Northern People's Party was part of it. The NLM, that is Ashanti Stock, was part of it. Why then you tell us that you believe in the UP, yet you say you have three gates, the Danka Dombo Buzia? What about those from the Alo Stock? What about the Sifu Mokwe from the Gas Stock? What about those from other areas, the Nzima, the Fafras, and so on and so forth? So they themselves don't even believe in the very tradition they are talking about. But we have come so that they may know the original intent of the UP.
Are you targeting the space that's currently occupied by the MPP? Are you trying to muscle them out, take their supporters, and take their space?
So definitely one of the two has to fall for us to be relevant in the affairs of the country. Because we want to win and to govern, to implement all our big policies. And they say that from where we sit, the NPP could suffer the catastrophic effect of our actions.
Wow. I see. Anyway, so one thing I can promise my listeners, and I'm not asking you a question, is that next week I'll have you in studio. You have to sit in studio here at Radio Gold. For the first time, I want to interview Solomon Owusu.
That will be during the week. I'll come. I'll gladly.
Yes. So we'll arrange that so that Solo will join us in studio. But thank you very much. I know you have quite a busy schedule. Yes. Well, so I know everybody is going after him to try to speak to him. He speaks for the United Party.
UP Plus.
Yes, UP Plus. So by it's United Party, but it is when you're using the initials that becomes UP Plus. Yeah. And it's clear. He says that the original UP was antagonistic towards the CPP, and they are not. Okay. They are welcoming every shade of opinion. Thank you. Thank you. That's an interesting way to put it. Well, so we'll be fine. I'll bring Solo in studio. If you have any questions, we'll feel free. We'll be open phone lines for you. So that you ask questions. Solo is always energetic. Solo is energetic as an energetic communicator.
Wow.
Yeah, if you start by Solo before you realize he's an energetic communicator. Especially when he's passionate about what he's saying, you feel it.
Now the Oka communicators are what currently
within our political space.
Yes. And in Solo from
he's worked hard for that. In fact, when he started, I recall when we used to bring him to Alaji and Alaji when he was in a new patriotic party, the way the people will finish him. Like our comment section, Facebook comment section, everybody is talking about Solo. So sometimes I have to avoid some of the comments because some of the comments are insulting, and I don't read comments that are insulting of my guests. Yes. So I read most of the comments by Charlie the way they will finish Solo over time. But yeah, it's one of the things I like about him is that he chooses something, conviction, and he goes. He puts his best.
Yeah.
He puts in his best. He works very hard. He's Solo.
And one of the communicators would be this story be a
yeah, he never leaves it.
No.
Yes. That one there is one of the interesting attributes of Solo.
Yes.
Yeah. One of the other things like we're following is that I realized that a lot of you have interest in the Mildred Donko. The charges being dropped against Mildred Donko. Like I told you. You recall famously, the famous, is it recording that has landed Godfrey Ebu Adami? In fact, right now it is no